So we got some breaking news with the Las Vegas Raiders that absolutely is blowing my mind right now. According to NFL insiders, the Las Vegas Raiders are seriously considering making a deal with the Dallas Cowboys for one Micah Parsons, one of the most amazing, outlandish hybrid linebacker slash defensive end to ever hit the NFL field since pretty much Khalil Mack. And this is absolutely crazy because if the Raiders were to make this trade, they would be combining him with one of the most elite defensive ends. This is absolutely insane. Micah Parsons and Maxx Crosby on the same team would be a nightmare for any offensive line. Now, here's the thing and the details of this possible mega deal that could go down between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys and what it would cost the Raiders to get it done. We're going to break all that down and more, and the possibility as to whether I even think that this is going to happen or not. All that and more in today's episode of the Raider D Podcast. Thank you to all 12,000 and nearly 100 of you that have already subscribed to the channel. If you want daily Raiders breaking news, analysis, opinions, rumors, and more, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification to make sure that you get notified when I release a video on any breaking news. And do me a huge favor, just smash the like button if you love the Raiders, even if you don't like my ugly face. Now let's get into today's video. Micah Parsons, he has been in the league now for 4 years. He is an absolute standout from Penn State. He was wrecking games while he was in college, and he has been doing the same exact thing since he has gotten to the NFL with the Dallas Cowboys. But it has been a love-hate relationship between him and Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones has thrown him under the bus several times now, and Micah Parsons has flat out said, I am completely fed up with this entire organization and Jerry Jones. I want out. And Jerry Jones is apparently up for going ahead and making a trade for this guy in order to get some major capital back. Now, what would it cost the Las Vegas Raiders to get this done? Easy. It would cost probably 3 first-round draft picks and a player. Now, would the Raiders want to do that for a 25-year-old at the top of his game? I think so. I think, and the reason being is due to the fact of who our head coach is. Our head coach is a defensive-minded head coach. Pete Carroll is a mastermind at putting supreme defenses together. And having a player at the caliber of Micah Parsons on this team opposite of Maxx Crosby just makes perfect sense. The other reason is there's no chance that our head coach is here after 4 years. So he's trying to win a Super Bowl right now. And the Raiders are already starting to get some respect amongst NFL analysts, saying that they are now the second best team in the AFC West. Imagine if you were to add a superstar like Micah Parsons to this defensive line, especially being that the secondary of this defense right now is a little bit suspect. And so you need absolute pressure on those quarterbacks, and you also need a guy who can fly back as a hybrid into that linebacker position. So 3 first-round draft picks is pretty much guaranteed what it would cost the Raiders. But you could maybe get away with 2 first-round draft picks and a player of pretty high caliber status, a player who's not as good as Micah Parsons, but he is a hybrid linebacker defensive end in the name of Malcolm Koonce. Malcolm Koonce played linebacker in college as well, and he can absolutely play defensive end as a pass rusher, which we have seen him do. So he is another guy, same age as Micah Parsons. You throw him in the trade and maybe you get away with 2 first-round draft picks for Micah Parsons, and you throw in Malcolm Koonce, and maybe you have to throw in a 6th-round draft pick just to sweeten the deal, and you get it done. But, and here's the big question, can the Raiders afford Micah Parsons, because this dude is going to demand a $30 million plus a year contract, and he's going to definitely want at least 4 years. Well, let's look at some of the statistics right now that say why the Raiders may be able to afford him. But first, I just want to say thank you to today's sponsor of the channel, and that is Box House. Box House, I've said it a million times now, they are the best company out there for tiny homes, ADUs, etc. With as expensive as buying a house is today, going down to a small tiny house, pre-manufactured, delivered to your doorstep and installed in as little as 1 day is absolutely the best route that you can take right now, especially if you're trying to get your first home. Go buy a plot of land for way cheaper than buying a house on it and call Box House and have your own home delivered to your new land. And that way you can get in for far cheaper than spending $500,000 or $2 million or $3 million on a house, because it's absolutely insane. Or if you just have a mother-in-law, she's aged, you'll want to bring her home. You don't want to put her in an old folks home, which is absolutely ridiculous. I would never do that to my own mother, and shame on you if you do. Then bring her home if you can afford it and have her own tiny house right there, fully ADU compliant options. They've got your back over there at Box House. Give Kevin Ross a big call. Now let's talk about the cap room that the Raiders have right now. The Raiders do have some major dead cap money that is still on the books with Davante Adams, Jimmy Garoppolo, Gardner Minshew, and Andre James as well, and Byron Young. All of that is about $30 million in cap right now. That is dead cap. The Raiders currently have an estimated $27 to $35 million in cap room, and with some restructuring of some deals, they may be able to go ahead and afford a Micah Parsons and bring him in. This, in my opinion, would be a master class in building a win now team. You need superstars in the trenches. There's not much that we can do on the offensive line. The Raiders went ahead and got rid of Thayer Munford. He was never good. He's never going to be good. Unfortunately, I wish the best for him. He's a great athlete, but he just is not good enough to play at the NFL level, at least for the Raiders. So there's not a lot that we can do. There's not big trades that we can do for offensive linemen that are holding out right now who are superstars. But defensive linemen, there is. So right now, I believe that Micah Parsons makes the most sense because, one, we need help at that linebacker position. That we need superstar help at that linebacker position. But we also need help on the defensive line as well. And Micah Parsons can line up all over the place. He's super versatile. He's the most versatile hybrid linebacker defensive end in the NFL. And yes, the Raiders can afford him. Will it be tight? Will it basically mean we don't have a first round draft pick for a couple of years? Yes, that is the case. But you know what? The Raiders haven't been good at draft picks in the first round for the past couple of decades anyway. So what's a couple of years anyway? Let's get a superstar who has proven this dude has had 10 plus sacks in every year of his career. He has been fairly healthy. His worst health year was last year. But I think Micah Parsons coming to the Raiders just makes absolute sense. Let's win now. We've got Geno Smith in his prime. We've got Ashton Jeanty. We've got Brock Bowers. We've got Jacoby Myers right now, and the Raiders have said they're not going to trade him. He's just going to have to sit out or play one way or the other this year, and then the Raiders will see what they can do next year if they can make a deal with him. So bring in Micah Parsons now. Go ahead and give up a couple of first-round draft picks. Trade away Malcolm Kuntz. And, Micah Parsons and Max Crosby, let them cook.